I shall not change, for I am king, and it is I alone who hold the ring. Then he showed the jewel to all around, and no one dared to make a sound. He then leaped upon his gilded throne, and roared a wretched, "Let it be known that I do not believe in elves, and those that do should watch themselves." The magical forest came to life 22 years ago when those lines I just read popped into my head one night as I was trying to sleep. From these lines and a vague idea of a cold-hearted king having it in for the local forest, rumored of course to be magical, I sussed out a tale over the next 2 years. And shortly after moving to Japan in 1999, I completed it. I commissioned artwork from an up-and-coming local artist whose work I loved. Her name is Kumiko Ueda, and she magically turned my ideas and very rough sketches into brilliant, evocative illustrations that captured the story and the feeling of the tale perfectly. Long ago, shortly after that, after reaching out to a couple agents and publishers, I soon learned that they almost invariably work with in-house artists. But these were the paintings I wanted to use, as we had spent months working closely together to get them just right. One agent, in fact, made an interesting comment, which has stuck with me all these years, a fax. That's how old this project is. And her comment was, "This is just beautiful. As you know, one of the challenges in approaching publishers with art and text together is a challenge. They generally like to match published authors with new artists and vice versa, but your pictures and words are so underlined harmonious." She suggested we contact an agency, which I think my father did. He was helping me years ago, but that didn't work out. And anyway, soon thereafter, I started a family and embarked on a career, actually a few careers in Japan, and the magical forest unfortunately fell by the wayside, far back on the burner, as it were. But the dream stayed alive, and I think the time now is right, again, to bring the magical forest to life, and I'm hoping you will help me make it possible. It's not just my dream. As a dedicated environmentalist and unabashed tree hugger, I'll probably hug some trees when I'm done with this, my main goal with this work is to show children the magic of nature, and especially the redemptive powers of forests, through what I hope is a fun, if occasionally harrowing tale. It is a message. The environmental message is unfortunately more relevant today than ever, even though this is 20 years ago. Therefore, the magical forest will be printed on 100% recycled paper, which is still beautiful, and I will purchase carbon credits to offset any other footprint its production might leave. The tale begins thusly. This is the tale of a forest grand, of elves and fairies and magic lands, and too the story of an evil king who did not believe in these kinds of things. On the back cover, "So the road of gold came to life and cut the land like a golden knife. Yet in their light and leafy homes, the elves and fairies and hairy gnomes sang and danced and frolicked still, as magical creatures often will. But in one thing the king had spoken true. When it reached their forest, what would they do?" This is a book that kids of all ages and those who are kids at heart will enjoy. Again, it can be a bit harrowing at times, but in the end, well, magic, hope, and determination thankfully prevail. And now briefly, the technical details. The Magical Forest will be a full-color 8.5 by 11 hardcover book. It is 48 pages in length and includes 23 paintings of various sizes, all done in watercolor. I found a wonderful printer, and the book is basically ready to go, as it has been for 20 years. I'll be offering a number of rewards, from single books to bundles, and also artist-signed fine art prints of a number of the paintings. with magical forests, cold-hearted kings, golden roads, fairies and elves and gnomes and sprites, and of course, very brave children. The magical forest has something for everyone, and I'm hoping you will help me make it all come real. Thank you.